tutti. Welcome back to my little kitchen here in Lecce in the south of Italy. My name is Francesco and today I'm going to make what we call in Sicily a schiacciata, which is a kind of rolled up pizza which is flattened out and baked with any number of fillings. What I'm going to use today is potatoes with some blue cheese and pancetta, some black olives, onion, chilli and rosemary. So it's going to be really tasty, very easy to make because I'm using that pizza dough from the supermarket. It's really convenient, especially if you live on your own like me. So this is going to be a very quick and fabulous meal, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and do come back and follow me for more. Let's cook! For today's recipe you are going to need a roll of pizza base, potatoes, onion, rosemary, pancetta, blue cheese, I'm using a Bergara, any blue cheese will do, chili flakes, black olives and a good extra virgin olive oil. The ingredients for this recipe are in proportion to 1 roll of pizza base. For this I needed about a 3-inch piece of pancetta which I cut into small pieces like so. You can of course substitute this with bacon. With the pancetta chopped, the next thing I needed was onion. So I peeled and finely chopped a small white onion, and then I remembered that I had half of an onion left over in the fridge, and so I chopped that and added it in as well. So 1 large onion or 1.5 medium onions. With the onion chopped, the next thing we need to get busy with is the rosemary. A nice sprig of rosemary, also finely chopped. And then last but definitely not least, the main ingredients, 3 small potatoes which need to be peeled and thinly sliced. You want to make the effort to slice these nice and thinly, they will cook quicker and they'll have a better texture. With the potatoes sliced, we can go straight over to the stove and into some well salted water, add them in and let them cook for 3 or 4 minutes. When they begin to slightly look a little bit transparent, like this, we're going to add the onion. With the onion added, we're going to cook for another further 2 or 3 minutes. After 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to go in with the next ingredient, which is the pancetta. This step has been important to have the onion and the pancetta pre-cooked so that everything cooks well in the oven inside of the bread dough. Once everything is cooked through, all we need to do is to strain it and then let it cool down. Now that we have all our ingredients, all we need to do is to unroll the pizza base and then we can begin putting the schiacciata together. We're going to imagine the pizza dough separated into 3 sections and lay out the potatoes, pancetta and onion in the middle, leaving as much space to the left and the right, and add a layer of potatoes and then add the other toppings, which are the olives, which I'm going to pluck straight on top, and then some of the blue cheese. Don't overdo it with the cheese because you don't want too much moisture inside the schiacciata. It will just ooze out. Add some chili flakes to taste, a nice sprinkle of rosemary, and then fold 1/2 of the dough shut over the top, like so. Then we're going to go ahead and cover this again with the potatoes, pancetta and onion. course, when that's covered, we're going to continue, as before, with more olives, blue cheese, chili flakes and rosemary. Now that we've added all of the fillings, all we need to do is to close the schiacciata. For this, first stretch the dough a little bit just to make sure it's a little bit larger, fold it over the top, and then tuck it underneath all the way around, like so. Once it's all tucked in, press it down nice and flat, and then make a couple of incisions for the steam to escape as it bakes in the oven. Add a nice sprinkle of salt and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and bake in a preheated oven at 180 to 200 degrees centigrade, depending on your oven, for at least 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, because we want to make sure that the dough in the middle also cooks through and not just the dough on the top and the bottom. If your oven is anything like mine, you may want to take it out after about 20 minutes and turn it around so that it bakes evenly. About 30 to 40 minutes later, it's going to be golden brown and delicious, like this. Although you won't be able to resist, I recommend that you wait just a little bit, as blue cheese tends to turn very liquid when it's hot, and this is going to be very hot indeed. So if you can be patient, about 10 minutes later, it's going to be safe to cut, and it's going to be just wonderful, as you can see here. And the great thing is, this actually also tastes really good served cold. Buon appetito!